Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about dollies and sliders. So first off, what is a dolly? Now, so the kind of dollies I'm going to be talking about today is one that you'd find on a movie set. So what the dolly is it's a platform that goes onto tracks that look very similar to train tracks. Now there's other things you can add on there, mounts and attachments that can add more complex and more compound camera motions to your video that can really make your project better. But I'm not really going to talk about that today. So what I'm going to talk about is more on how to properly set up a dolly and to use it, which is one of the most important things for a dolly grip, is to know how to use the dolly correctly. So the first thing, that's one of the most important things, is that when you set up a dolly, you need to make sure that it's got a firm foundation and that it's level to help prevent from any injury or damaging any of your equipment. So now that your tracks are set up, you need to make sure to check the level to make sure that they're level. And there's a couple ways of doing this. You could use a 4-foot level and check across the tracks. And if you don't have a 4-foot level, you can use a 2x4 that you lay across the tracks and then check the level of that. But make sure your board is level, because that could throw you off as well. If you're not level, you could use wood wedges, which are called shims, to adjust to the point where your tracks are level. With this, you need to make sure that the tracks are still sturdy enough and secure enough that you're not going to throw your whole tracks off when the weight of the dolly crosses over, because that could not end well. So to be a good dolly grip, you need to be able to ease in and out of ending points and hit your mark and help the camera operators hit their marks. So a lot of times dolly grips will be working very closely with camera crews and camera operators to make sure that they hit the marks that they need to hit as well. And so there's a lot more that goes into operating a dolly than the whole setup. So that's one of the more important things about being a dolly grip, is how to operate, and a lot of times you're silently directing the camera operator to hit his mark. Now I'm going to take a quick minute to just quickly talk about sliders. So this right here is a basic slider, and as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing as a dolly, just at a much smaller scale. But the concept is the same. So when it comes to setting up a slider, you want to make sure that you're level, that everything's good that way, and that your slider is set up that it can take the camera's weight, so it's not going to break or damage any of your equipment. There's a top here that the camera mounts to. This you can twist to adjust to either stop your slider from moving or just create a little bit of tension to give you the right speed of which you want to slide it. And same with the dolly, you need to be able to operate this smoothly. Some quick tips on how to operate your dollies: you can mark it with different pieces of tape or different markers so to get the shots that you need.